Well, howdy folks, welcome back to Malacton Creek Farm, and we are on the eve of our planting day. This is Wednesday, April the 30th. Tomorrow and Friday, Thursday and Friday, are our two planting days for above ground crops. So we're down here in our tomato bed and brought a little bit of fresh compost down in here and turned it over a little bit, tried not to disturb our herbs that are still growing on the few little spots, the ones that made it past the frost. We're getting our zucchini bed ready, and we've got it turned over, got it ready to plant tomorrow in our squash bed. We just got in there with our little hand rake there and just kind of scratched around and loosened the dirt up. We actually had one squash plant that made it through the frost, so we're gonna leave that in there and let it go. Had a couple of marigolds. I got one here, and then I got another one down the other style, the Cracker Jack, one there. And of course our winter giant spinach is still growing. We're probably gonna trim back a lot of these big leaves and then get into some of the fresher leaves and let it grow a little bit. We'll probably prune that one back a little bit. But we've got another herb growing in here, and I got labels for all these, and I never did write them up and put them out here, so we'll figure out what it is once it starts growing. And then another one of the Cracker Jack marigolds on this end. Our strawberry bed, we got sage coming up on the end. I do know what that is. We planted it because of the odor, the strong odor that it gives off. And some more of the Cracker Jack marigolds are in here. And there's we picked up some wheat straw for something else, and I just had a little bit left in the bed of my truck, and I just swept it off over here in the bed. We probably are going to come back in here and mulch this in straw once we get everything planted. But this is the transplants of the June bearing strawberries, and we finally got our first bloom there, so looking forward to that. Still have all of this out here that I have not been able to get to yet. Give you a quick tour of the other beds up here. Our corn is looking really well. Our half runners that we have in this bed, the ones, most of them survived the frost, but we're going to come back in here with another planting as well to fill in some of the gaps that didn't really take. Here you can see the other ones where the tips got burnt from the frost. So I'm not sure if they're actually going to make it, but we're going to come back in and plant some more. Over here on this side, we do have some nasturtiums that made it through the frost, so looking forward to some of them growing. You can see here on this side, this is our greasy beans, where it stunted the growth on a few of these too. But our broccoli's doing really good, and the greasy beans that are coming up doing good. We're going to come back in with another planting of those. Some more of our Cracker Jack marigolds in here. Over here in this bed, this is our okra bed, and one side of our rattlesnake green beans. And we do have a few of the okra that's starting to pop up. I think I just planted them a little too deep, and it's taken them a little while to get up. But this side of the trellis here on this bed, the frost really got a hold of all of those rattlesnakes, so we're going to come back in with another planting of those. This side, didn't even touch this side. Corn's looking really good, and all of the beans are coming up. We do have a few little small ones there. They're coming along, but that's fine. And over here in our drum planters that we made, this is our crimson spineless okra. I put a few of those in there. They're going to be thinned out probably, and put in some of the beds in between, like right here where we got a bare spot where the corn didn't make right there. but we're gonna come back in with some of that and fill in the spots. And then in our onion and carrots, carrots coming along, we got some cilantro that's in here as well, and it's starting to come up. This is the other marigolds, the calendulum marigolds. I got a few in theirs. And then this is where we're going to go in with our peppers. We have some peppers going in here, and also back down in the bed with the tomatoes. Peppers will go over here. These are going to be hot peppers. And then the other side of the greenhouse, the onions and carrots also over here. Our pallet planters are looking pretty good. Lycium up top, and then zinnias, down to some more marigolds, and then we have some more of our herbs planted in the bottom. Here's some collards. Got some kale that I'm going to be mixing in with that, and also over here with our lettuce. This is a mixed blend of lettuce that we're growing here. We'll mix in some kale with that, and then same thing over here on these planters. Some Elysium up top, and zinnias, the other marigolds, and more of the herbs. So I want to give you a quick tour. It's been a while since we were running around the beds. I had to break down and get some more strawberries for the missus. The other ones that just didn't, I took too long to get them in the ground, so I picked some of these up, and they're already starting to grow. These are everbearings, so we're going to get those in the ground as soon as we can as well. But that's going to be about it for this video, folks. I appreciate you joining us here as we're taking a tour of the garden and getting ready for our big planting coming up in the next 2 days. So stay tuned. Make sure that you've subscribed, hit the notification bell. That way when we're putting out our new videos, you'll get notified. We still have quite a bit of projects left to go, so stay tuned for those. But I appreciate you joining us here today. We'll see you next time. Y'all take care.